Paul, here you are. This is the first time you've been back to Broadmoor. How are you feeling?
Excited. Brings back a lot of memories. Most of them bad memories. But what people don't understand is the shit that went on behind them walls behind me is my story. Lots of people have different versions of their own stories that have been here. Some of them hype it up. I just tell it how it is and tell the truth of my own story. I mean, I had a couple of diazepam this morning to chill me out, because people know that I'm on medication. There's no denying it. Yeah, I got quite emotional this morning.
What was it that wanted to, because I know you asked me and Liam to come and do this. What is it inside you, Paul, that felt that you needed to come back and do a piece here and talk about here? Is it a therapeutic thing? Does it help you clear some stuff in your head?
To put it all to bed.
Put it to bed, yeah.
My book, obviously, I'm writing my book. That's coming out soon. So I just want people to understand that what you see, very quiet, you can hear the birds singing. There's more cameras in there than there's in a Cat A jail.
We were talking earlier about you arriving here. So how did you arrive?
Drugged up to my eyeballs. I come from the medium secure unit that I was in Stockton Hall, which is all the way up in York. Now, I'd never been to York, and I was only in Stockton Hall, original secure unit, for 6 weeks before they said they had enough of me.
But were you like chained up? Did you have your guards attached to you?
I was double cuffed with 6 staff.
And did you know that you were going to Broadmoor?
Yeah, I was told that I got assessed a week before. 2 nurses came to assess me from Luton ward, the admissions ward. We're going to take you in for a 3-month assessment.
You made it a colourful assessment, Paul. Yeah?
It was very colourful, yes. Yeah. I started off on Luton ward, and within about 2 weeks I'd already knocked someone out, broke their jaw, because the man was howling and got his out. Right. Sorry, I won't use colourful language on camera, but he got his bits out, leaning over me and playing with himself. So I just jumped up, hooked him. They heard it and the bells went. I got restrained, he got taken to hospital. On a 3-month assessment, you have a meeting that everybody comes from, the medium secure unit you come from, social workers, the doctors. I was reclassified. They said, you haven't got schizophrenia, even though I was still on schizophrenic drugs. And I was reclassified to have an emotionally unstable personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder. We think that you need to stay here for at least 18 months. And then I had another incident where I'm not proud of it and I'm not boasting about it. I'm just saying it how it is. But I was kicking a door because I was frustrated, even though it's only a door. And I was quite a big man back then, but I don't feel it in myself as I'm a big man. And there was a lot of staff called, bells going off. I was being held and trying to swooped, nose barred, you name it, I was doing it. And a member of staff ran towards me, and all I had to defend myself was my head. And I headbutted him, knocked him out unconscious before he hit the floor, and he could never work on the ward again.
Okay.
So I suppose that was all in the assessment then, Paul?
In the assessment period.
Yeah, that could have sent you.
That's when I got taken, that's when they said, right, well, you're going to the high dependency ward, Henley ward, Friendly Henley.
So we're going to have a little stroll down here.
Yeah, let's have a walk around.
The walls. And just tell us, this building here, is that part of the old Broadmoor? Or is
That's part of the old Broadmoor, yeah.
Right. And so over to that side is the newer part.
At the moment, I've got my bearings because.
Well, we'll have a little walk round. So we're going to walk down another.
It's a bit like the first time you come here. You didn't have your bearings then, Paul.
No, I didn't. I was settled up and in a van.
But did it feel like you was, you know, like to come from a sort of place up in York where no one really knew
That's
of?
the entrance.
To say,
Yeah, the main entrance is down there.
That's
To
where,
say
that's where the brown gates are, down there.
Yeah.
to say you were going to Broadmoor, did it feel like you was sort of going
I
to
said-
Wembley
I
or
thought, nah.
moving to a bigger stadium or anything
No, I
like that?
thought to myself, they're not going to keep me there. I've done no crime. I'm a Section 3.
So what is a Section 3, just for people who don't know, Paul?
Section 3 under the Mental Health Act is for 6 months. Meant to be for 6 months.
Right.
Anybody can get a Section 3. Anyone. It's not a criminal section.
That's just under mental health, that is. So that when
Mental
your
health.
mental health is really poor and you're in a bad place,
So they put you on Section 2,
3, right?
which
section
is
2.
28-day section.
Yeah.
When I'd done the doctor in the low secure, I was taken out of there by riot police into Exeter jail. And another story that I have for that, while I was there, I was going to be gate arrested for a triple murder. That it weren't mine. I didn't do it, but my name was put forward because I beat someone up and they decided to tell the police. Photographer's Hill.
That's what it is.
That's where the photographers go with their high-powered lenses to view into the kitchen gardens. That's how it comes. They got the picture of Rob Napper feeding chickens. Photographer's Hill is called.
Really?
Oh, that's an interesting fact, Paul. I've never heard of that. So
Yeah. And you
I
can
can
walk
see
all the way.
why. What an excellent viewpoint it
Like
has.
this
over there.
here, that bit over there is part of the DSPD unit.
So what is
It
the
used to-
what's the DSPD?
They brought this thing in back in 2005 that for serious and dangerous personality disorders, instead of keeping them in prison, we build units. And they built one here. But now that is part of the new Broadmoor. When the women were here as well, they used to mix.
Right.
Before my time, but not before people that I know.
Yes.
Like some people that I know are still here.
So when were you last here? I mean, when did you get released from here?
I came out of here in 2010 and spent 2 years in a medium secure unit in Bristol and then got finally released literally a week before 10 years.
Oh, that's a long
I
time.
started off on my Section 3, but because while here on Henley Ward, the high dependent, I've done most of my time on high dependency ward, Henley Ward, Churchill Ward, ISIS Ward, intensive care. So I tried to strangle a patient. I got charged. They wanted, first of all, they wanted to charge me with attempted murder. And then they lowered it. I got it dropped. Then they wanted to put an IPP on me. There is the new building, it's a DSPD unit, but now it's part of the new Broadmoor. And the bit behind, I suppose, that's new. I ain't seen that before. But this bit here, that'd be Somerset House. Yeah.
And where was you in, Paul? Was you in the Somerset House building?
I was on the new, I was in what they call the new buildings. I don't know if we can see them because they're behind here.
Okay.
They back onto that. They're called the new buildings, but they were built in the 90s. And they're all for high dependency and intensive care unit.
So for people who don't know, who may not have seen some of the other podcasts, tell me some of the people that you were in there with.
Peter Sutcliffe, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sutcliffe. I've been on visits with him.
Robert Napper was
Rob
there?
Napper, yeah. Rob
Who
Napper.
was the most dangerous, you said, Paul?
Pete Bryan.
Yeah.
And funny enough, funny story about that. With Pete Bryan, I was in the gym, in my local gym where I live. And this man recognised me from the podcast on your channel.
Yeah.
He went to school with him,
Oh, wow.
with Pete Bryan.
Really?
Yeah.
How weird is that?
See? Hello, another one there.
Yeah, they're all up there, aren't
They're everywhere.
Okay, then, mate, excellent.
More than
What do you think
Cat
is
HL.
under the engine then, or?
But it houses very dangerous people.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I
the-
just think it's such a strange thing when you've had such horrific experiences in there.
Yeah.
And I'm
come
out.
back.